Welcome back to the show, everyone. Jerry's got me cracking up already. Pacific Financial Planners. I welcome Jerry Slutzwitz. Hello.
How you doing, Bree?
I'm good. We're going to be talking about something super important, making your money last.
It is important, Bree. I mean, it's a huge subject.
If you don't have that,
what people worry about more than death itself is running out of money.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a scary thing. You know, and the other thing that's pretty scary right now, and I mean, I've been involved with it for several years now, but a lot of people are still really uncertain about artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency, market volatility.
The world is moving faster. So our viewers want to retire or are retired, and they want their world to kind of slow down, keep it manageable, predictable. But we know the one thing certain in life is change.
Yes.
And the problem these days is it's accelerating. Change is accelerating with artificial intelligence and the cryptocurrencies. And people going, what is all this? Do I need to be involved with it?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, and it's not the innovation itself that's scary. It's just whether or not they start to worry about their money lasting in a world that's moving faster than maybe their income or their stability. And so that uncertainty leads to a lot of questions. And people are worried more than ever because of the pace of change.
Is it just that it's hard to understand? Because once you do understand one thing, like the next day it's something brand new, right?
It is. But again, the viewers here in the village want to retire. And what they need to understand is change the focus to the world spinning out of control around them, or seemingly, because it's really not, but it is going faster. There's no doubt, everybody knows that. But it's what should you be focused on? And that's making sure that you have a plan for your income to last. You want to have structured income, engineer it from your investments, versus trying to create market-dependent withdrawals where now suddenly you got to predict which technology, which crypto, which thing, and they got to get away from the uncertain way to create income and go with a more certain way, and then they'll feel better about it, and they can watch all that uncertainty unfold and know that their money, their income isn't dependent on that.
So you're an advocate of a retirement paycheck.
Absolutely.
Tell us what that means.
Well, Bree, when you work, you get paid weekly, every 2 weeks, once a month, something like that. You get paid on a regular basis. Most people are on a salary. They know exactly how much they're going to get and when they're going to get it, all the time. Now you retire. Yes, you're going to get your Social Security. But Social Security, was really designed to maybe supplement 30, 40% of what you're going to need. And back in the day, you had pensions, and there might be still some of our viewers that have pensions, and good for them. But not everybody does, and especially the generations coming behind them, my generation, then your generation, that we don't have pensions. So all of that money has to come from your assets. Now, if your assets at risk in the wind of the cryptos and the AI and which one's going to win, then you really wonder how long your money's going to last. Right. So you've got to figure out a way to make that paycheck predictable like it was when you were working. And you can do that, Bree, but a lot of people just don't know how, don't know to ask, and they don't, and they hope, and hope is not a strategy. No. It's really not.
Not at all. So, Jerry, how are you stress testing retirement?
Well, I think that's one of the most important things. We've had a really good market run-up from the end of the financial crisis, which a lot of people barely even remember. I mean, remember all the housing problems we had? 2007 to 9, kind of ended maybe 10. People were still declaring bankruptcy. And now it's been 15 years. Yeah, but people have kind of forgotten about that. Well, that market's run up really well, and a lot of people have a lot of exposure to risk, to the market. So what I am offering people is a free, 30-minute stress test on their retirement portfolio to show how would that perform if the market dropped 20 or 30%. I mean, I see people with $1 million, and I ask them, how would you feel if you lost $200,000? And some people don't think that's possible, but I could show them with what they own today, not only is it possible, it's likely to happen in the future, especially with all the uncertainty that we have today.
Right, absolutely. And tell us more about how you feel like technology is going to affect retirees specifically?
Well, I honestly am an optimist, and I think that it will eventually make things better, easier. You know, I'm sure you're the same way. You know, some things they brought in technology to make it easier, and it seems like it takes longer to do, you know, but technology overall has helped us. Medical technology is definitely helping. People live longer through the breakthroughs, and I think AI will start to accelerate in that realm. It's helped on the, you know, in the stock market area, the chips and all that sort of stuff. But when they apply that, you know, companies like Amazon and FedEx, it's all helping them be more efficient. You start applying that to medical technologies, it's going to help. So there are going to be opportunities. But should our seniors be participating in predicting that sort of stuff? I would say a lot less. Make sure your income is predictable. And if you want to take a small amount of money and invest in those type of things, go ahead. You and I maybe a little bit more because, you know, we're younger, et cetera. But in the end, you've got to have that stress-free income plan that's predictable, that will work and pay you even if the market drops 20 or 30% or more, which again could happen. I'm not predicting it's going to happen right away, but we don't know with all the uncertainty going on today.
We never know, do we?
No. Nobody knows. I mean, there are people out there, pundits on television and on radio. I did radio for 20 years here in Southern California. You know, I wrote for thestreet.com. I wrote for a couple other websites, et cetera, and magazines. And, you know, it doesn't matter how smart you sound, you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. It's just that's just a best guess. Seniors don't have to have their portfolio on best guess. There are things that offer guarantees and predictability of income and safety. And that's what looking at portfolios every day, because I offer this free, no obligation review, I look at portfolios every day, and people are taking too much risk. I can tell you that. Most people, not all, but most here in the village take too much risk.
And are they aware of that, or is that just how they were structured or set up by maybe somebody else?
You were structured from youth. You're saving in the 401k, your dollar cost average market goes down, you buy more shares, you think that's good. So they reverse dollar cost average. When I need money, I'll take it out of my portfolio, and I hope I get growth. When the growth goes away and you have fewer shares because you sold, you don't have time for that market to come back. And you can really, it could cause devastating effects. I've seen it. I've seen it too late for some people to help them, you know what I mean, where they've already lost the money. The best thing to do is take advantage now and make sure you stress your retirement portfolio. Matter of fact, I'm going to be at the Health and Wellness Fair, I think it's the 28th, and I'm going to be talking about your retirement portfolio checkup. Get a checkup. Can't stress that enough. You know, you check your heart, you check your blood pressure, check your retirement portfolio.
It's just as
free
important.
and no obligation. Been doing this for 40 years, helping people here in the village.
That's great. Well, speaking of helping people in the village, you've got your financial forum coming up.
Yeah, we're doing that Thursday. So again, we're going to talk about this very subject. You know, how to stay safe in a world that's moving too fast. You know, you got to make your money last. What if you live to 95? Do you have a plan for that? You know, how do you plan to not run out of money early? There are things that people can do that they're just not doing it. I don't know if it's because the outside world is overwhelming them that they're not looking at the things you can control. That's what I meant about reframing it. You got to look at the things you can control versus the things not in your control.
Yes, and once you open it and dissect it, then you really know where you are, right? Instead of just
you got to know. And some people don't want to know. They want to hope. That's not a good strategy.
All right, everyone. So you need to go to Clubhouse 7 from 3 to 5 p.m. No RSVP required, Thursday, March 12th.
Yeah, and coffee and cookies. Be served.
Coffee and cookies. How could I forget?
Yeah,
Jerry, always such a pleasure. Thank you for joining me today.
Hey, thank you, Bree. Appreciate it.
Nice to see you. Coming up next, we've got Wellness in the Woods. Stay with me.